It's Tuesday. It's August
The 11th, I think.
August the 11th, I think. What?
Yeah.
Hi, it's August 11th. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club here in Levittown.
Your head is very large.
Yeah, it is. She was staring at my ass, too. Did you see that?
A little bit.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Govsradio.com is our website. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on all those smart things. On an app called Boxcast, you download the Boxcast app, and that's where you can find all the wonderful shows on govsradio.com. As our friends, Dr. Ken Pichelle and Dr. Don Sill say, we on TV! It's August 11th. Hey, for more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such technique as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow through insurance process to return of your vehicle, we are with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527, located in New Hyde Park, Long Island. Again, we are Two Eagles Auto Body. Please ask for John at 516-328-2527. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's hanging in there. Hope everybody's having a good day. Andy Blageno's waved back. Thank you, Andy, for waving back.
I'm going to try to share again.
You're going to try to share? Oh, wait a minute. I do have a share icon. Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that. All right, so bear with us for a second.
Do it. I can't figure it out. Like, why is it one day you can and
don't
one day
know.
you can't?
Whoops.
Facebook, you play with our emotions, so.
Bear with us a second as we are...
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
That's awesome. Joe Staz is watching. Andy's watching.
Hi.
Felix is watching.
Hi.
He wants us to know it's the morning. Anyway, back, like you said. Oh, Tony's mom is watching.
Hello, Tony's mom.
And I wonder, is she all set now? Like, this whole, like, electricity thing out is crazy.
She, I don't know. Mom, did you get your TV back?
Yeah, like the, Hicksville is having a hard time. Huntington's having a hard time. Hempstead's having a hard time still. Everyone's mad at the electric company. Cuomo's been saying they're, a little slow.
Well, yeah, we were going to get to that in a second. Just bear with us as we're sharing this all over the place. If you wouldn't mind sharing and commenting and hanging out with us, but share this to every page. Just share it everywhere. We don't care what it is. Just share everybody. Tell everybody you know about govsradio.com. Tell them how much you enjoy the shows here. Tell them how much fun it is.
Yeah, but like our area, we had like a few trees down. There's actually one pole by my house that it's like this, and it's about to hit this person's house, and every day I feel like it's just a little bit lower, and I'm thinking this poor family is probably freaking out that this pole is like slowly gonna hit their house. Like, I wonder what's going on. And I was talking to Tony about it this morning, and I was like, why, like, what's going on? And he said, it was kind of interesting, he said that when he used to work for the telephone company, you actually have to find out who put the pole in. Like, it could be a whole entire different company.
No, that's not what I said.
You just share. And so, like, if it's an emergency, you can call and have, like, anyone, fix it and take it out. And he was saying that, like, at the end of the year, like, the companies kind of all get together and they're like, all right, we owned this one, but you guys took care of it. Let's, and they do this, like, payout at the end of the year. I thought that was, like, really interesting. But, like, someone should, like, help this family. It's so ridiculous. But I'm sure, like, with everyone else's electricity out, everyone's kind of had a hard time.
What I said was, I didn't say you have to
Jesus.
find out. If you're the
Tell
one...
me the one thing I said so incorrectly that you have to bring up this story again.
Well, yeah, it
Please,
does.
did I
It's,
get the wrong month or year or favorite color? What about this story did I not
well, let me
get
answer the question, and maybe you won't be
right?
so snooty. Goodness gracious.
Dear sweet Jesus.
You said, your words were, you have to find out who owns the pole so that it can be taken care of. You don't have to find out. You call the electric company, they're not going to say, "Oh, that's telephone. Call them." Hang up. They're not going. They don't do that.
I'm glad we all,
If it's an emergency, they go and take care of it.
Right.
Okay, but you said you have to find out. You said that's a big difference. That's a big difference. You're saying that's not a big difference.
It's a huge difference. What, are you confused because someone's not like fighting with you? You don't even know to do it yourself?
Wow. Wow, somebody's feisty today. You would think after the morning we had, you'd be nicer.
Oh, shut up.
Well, all right. So yes, Governor Cuomo. Governor Cuomo did. He is complaining about the power companies, PSEG and Con Ed. He's complaining that about their response time, and he's actually threatening to revoke their license. He said they did a lousy job.
Oh, wow.
And then he, of course, I'm not messing around here. I'm serious. I'm as serious as a heart attack, he said.
Really?
Yeah.
That's serious.
That's what he
Ask
said.
Andy Plagianis, who has a heart attack and
And-
keeps driving on the highway till he finds a hospital he likes.
And he had no power.
He
He did get his power back, right?
Your mom said it's kind of back. Every few minutes I lose the picture, but it comes back, but it just keeps happening. That's annoying. Sorry, Tony's mommy.
Yeah, that is annoying. But I'm sure it's still probably a little messed up because they're still trying to figure everything out and get it back working.
Ken Michelle said, "Hey kids."
Captain Jack. PSEG sucks, says Joe Stas. Yeah, well, all right, so, yeah, I'm asking, what do you guys think? Do you think these companies, do you think the response time has been lousy? I mean, I know, like, Andy Plagianos, he went days. Bonnie Scalisi went days without power.
But you're saying
But-
also that it's like, there's a lot to do, like they're doing the best they can, right? Or no?
Well, that's what I'm asking them. What do they feel? As people who lost power. I mean, everybody's lost power at some point in their lives, and they, so we all know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think the response time was poor? I personally don't think it was.
The things that I've been reading on Facebook are they'll say we're going to come out and it'll be fixed by 10 p.m. and then like 2 days later still isn't. That's the thing that I've seen, that people have been like kind of promised that it's going to be taken care of and it isn't.
Well, right. It's yeah, like Andy Plagianis' case, they said by Friday at 11 p.m. and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
That stuff's annoying. I do feel the public communication should be better. They should be doing a better job at updating the public as to what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
We know we told Port Jeff 11 p.m. by Friday, but it's Friday morning. It's 10 a.m. It doesn't look like we're gonna meet that deadline. So sorry. We're working hard. That part. Ken Pichelle says big differences matter, just like years matter. Captain Jack says he's splitting hairs. Why is that? Hey Sallie and you too, Tony, says Ken Freeberg. Hello Andrew Fremder. Joe Stas wants to hear more about our morning. Hello there, Rich Rada. Rich Rada's on tonight, baby. No rhyme, no reason, with no capitals in those words. No rhyme, no reason, with Rich Rada and Jeff Bosey tonight with the one and only Will Sharon. The one and only Will Sharon. Haven't gotten the call that it's fixed. Your uncle got power back Sunday.
Oh.
Uncle,
Well,
Go ahead.
Isn't he the favorite?
Haven't got the. Well, wait a minute. What is she talking about? I thought she just said her cable was working. It's a little.
Well, it's a little wonky. It's like.
So why does she have to get a call that it's working? She knows it's working because she turns on her TV.
Yeah, well, she wants to know when all the flicking on and off is going to stop.
I'm not talking about people calling you to say it's fixed. I'm talking about updates when they're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention.
Yeah, Chris Thomas wonders when I'm going to put a banner over my head. Yeah, we were actually talking about that yesterday. You don't like the meteor shower of poo that lands on my head every day?
I mean, I guess we
Speaking
could.
of meteor showers, we have last night and tonight and tomorrow there
Okay.
should be a huge meteor shower depending on how clear the sky is. But like around 11 o'clock at night, it should be huge.
Right, you couldn't see it last night because
No, it's like all cloudy. I went out there and I'm like, oh great. But sometimes you have to be patient. Sometimes you have to like just sit in a lounge chair and wait a half an hour, and then all of a sudden you start seeing all the.
So we have this angle so we can get the Govs Radio logo in there, but
Yeah.
would you guys prefer to look like this?
I guess.
And then
we
we
should
could
jazz it up a bit. I guess I just
we
keep
could put a
thinking,
Govs Radio logo right here.
Yeah, I keep
back of my
thinking
phone.
that the room's gonna start construction, so I don't want to put energy into making a room look nice when I prefer just to be kicked out of here like in an hour so they can start construction.
Every day we're hoping
That's my
is
goal.
the day.
Yeah, we'll find out more today, people.
We're hoping.
Captain said, "Are you arguing with Sally?" Oh, well, but speaking of argument, should I do this?
Yeah, why not? It's not
Okay.
an argument.
It's not an argument at all. I just kind of want to know, and there are a lot of smart people on, so I
All right,
want to
so-
like run it by them.
All right. So, well, why are you setting that? All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so Taz, our amazing artist, she posted something. She posted algebra.
Algebra. This is no place for you.
Algebra. Here's the problem. 8 divided by 2, and then, in brackets, you got 2 plus 2. And there's, like, this big debate about what the answer is, and well, let me first say I don't care. most and foremost, I don't care. Like, I'm not arguing about it. I just don't understand. I just want to know what I've been teaching my kids forever hasn't been fucked up. But, like, I haven't, like, ruined them.
Oh, trust me, you've messed up
And
those
actually,
kids.
both of them did the problem, and they both came out with the 2 different answers that, sometimes there's been answers that are like, oh, you're dumb. But the 2 answers that I keep seeing, one is, we'll see what you come out with. Taz posted this, and so I came up with 16. And
How did you come
probably-
up with 16?
Probably more people, so I'm not saying I'm right, because more people, and like math teachers, like Will Sharon did it and he came up with 1. Most of the people are coming up with 1. And so I just don't understand why it's 1. I know how you guys got 1, and if I've been doing it totally wrong my whole life, then just tell me. But how I do it is, first of all, you gotta do things in the brackets first, right? Everyone knows that. No, I don't think there's any like problem with that. So then we got 4. So then it's then it becomes that. So what I think you have to do is now you're just left with multiplication, because obviously like multiplication and division they're the same. Like they have the same properties. Like multiplication and division, they have the same power. So if something has the same power, I always thought then you just go left to right.
See how we went full circle talking about people losing power?
Yeah.
Power.
So
We're
once
smart.
So once it becomes just multiplication or division, you can't go right to left. You have to go left to right, like you would read. Like I wouldn't pick up a book and just start reading right to left. Like once everything's the same power. So tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't think division has power over multiplication. So then it's just 8 divided by 2 is 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16.
The answer is X, such that X is a member of the set 1 and 16.
So
1 and 16 are both correct.
but then if you're trying to like send someone into space, you know, like if you're an engineer or you're like someone who like everything really needs to have like one answer. Like you don't want to send someone to, you know, Venus if you're supposed to be sending them to, you know, Mars. So like which one is the answer? Can it really be in math? Can there really be 2 different answers in math?
For you NASA scientists who are watching right now.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of want to know like the right answer. I don't care.
Ooh, Ken Freeberg. Wow.
Is sleeping. The answer is X, such that X.
You can go left. Oh, go ahead.
You can go left to right or do the multiplication first.
Ken Pichel, like my power callback.
Yeah. So which is it? Is it like Kevin, who is way smart, came up with?
Well, tonight, then on No Rhyme, No Reason, Will Sharon, who said the answer is 1, he's going to be on No Rhyme, No Reason.
But a lot of people said 1, so I'm thinking.
So there'll be all sorts of reasoning
doing it
going
wrong
on.
all the time.
If they discuss it, there'll be all sorts of reasoning.
All right. Anyway, I'm done. If anyone have anything to say.
Use acronym. Please remember, my dear aunt, she, PRMDAS, parentheses, multiplication, division, then addition.
Yeah, but multiplication and division have the same power, and subtraction and addition have the same power. So then you do it left to right. That's the way I was.
You don't have to go left to right. They can happen at the same time, so it could be either.
Oh, but isn't that weird that it's the same? Like there's
No,
2
it
different
makes
answers?
total sense to me.
Okay. All right. So if the answer is yes, like then, okay, that's good.
It's not a number. The answer is just yes.
And with the polarization of, you know, the world, maybe it's nice that both answers are correct.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that nice?
That's a good answer. That's a common core answer right there.
That's a common core answer.
I like it. So we'll just bring everybody together. The 1 and the 16 and everybody.
Yep.
There are no wrong answers. That was the whole point of us bringing this up today.
Just so we could sing Kumbaya.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everybody can just live in harmony. I like to teach the world to...
Oh, I thought you were going to break out into the Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson song.
Ebony and Ivory?
Yeah. Don't they live in harmony?
They do.
It's a bad song.
It is a bad song.
Worst video.
Oh, that's not Michael Jackson.
Oh, hey, Aaron.
That's Stevie Wonder. The only reason it's good is because it's Stevie Wonder. It's not even McCartney saves it. It's because Stevie Wonder's on it that makes it good.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So Andy said doing higher level math, it would never be left that ambiguous. Yeah, that's...
Right.
Oh, okay. So this is making sense. So Andy said the problem is that it is written in an ambiguous way. So thank you, Andy. So it's just a crap question. I feel much better now. Thank you.
She took her crap and feels much better now.
Hmm.
Hey, Tom Galati is here. Hi,
Hey, Tom.
Tom Galati. All of our fellow knockers are hanging out with us today.
Yep.
They're
All right.
not, but they're not feeling the love in Massapequa. Let me tell you that.
Why? Why?
Because they were fighting over masks.
Oh. Yeah, there was a...
Let's see if I can find it.
can I say where it is?
You can, since I already did.
But it was in like a King Cullen, like right by where I live.
It's a King Cullen that you go to.
I actually don't go there that much because I think they rip people off. Do you find that your King Cullen, like when you were in Wanta, that they were like completely more expensive than Stop and Shop?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no card for King Cullen, so you can't like get discounts, and everything is like so much more expensive. But it's closer to the house, so when I'm in like a pinch, I'll be like, I got it. Maybe that's why they're angry, because they're like so sick of being ripped off by King Cullen.
But I also liked. I thought the store was better. They had better stuff.
Yeah, and when COVID hit and I wanted things that were fresh, I definitely went to King Cullen. I was like, I'm not getting this at Stop and Shop.
All right, so we're going to show you guys the video. Apparently, a woman was shopping in King Cullen. An employee told her to put a mask on, and they got into an argument. I don't understand though.
Bad argument.
I don't understand why. Like, why do we have the bagel guy? Why do we have this woman? Like, why is it always Long Island?
Oh, well.
What the hell's wrong with you people?
There's a lot of reasons for that.
All right, let me show you. Since we don't have a studio, a functioning studio, I'm going to show you the video this way.
Very large.
Yeah! Are you kidding me? We live in America. Don't give me this communist crap. And my mask was on! My mask was on! I think you need to get out of my face. Shut the fuck up, you fat bitch. You know what I meant? You're a fat fuck. That's why you work in a supermarket. That's why you work in a supermarket, you dumb fuck. I'll beat the fucking shit out of you. Are you fucking? No, I'm not. Are you? I'm not. Don't pull your communist crap on me. Don't pull your communist bullshit on me. I'll fucking beat the
Look at that
shit
guy.
out of you. Right here, the fucking.
That guy's hiding.
The guy's like, I'm just gonna stand here in my salmon shorts and not get yelled at. I'm at the food store because people are yelling at me at home. And now I'm hearing yelling and it's stressing me out in my pink shorts.
You're fat. That's why you work in a supermarket.
Like, and what is the whole communism thing? People don't want to get sick. I don't get this. The only thing that I was like a little worried about
I'll beat the shit out of you.
is the worker actually said the
She said the
word.
F word.
So I hope she doesn't get in trouble because she had, you know, if you wanted.
I'll beat the shit out of you. Shut up. I'm going to say that the employee is justified.
Yeah.
Because she felt threatened. So she's justified with her foul mouth.
Because you're not even allowed in a store, like without a mask. So what are you doing? Like I would, I don't know. Like do you still follow all the arrows? I have a hard time following the arrows.
I am, and with all honesty, I'm going to say I follow it about 90% of the time.
I try, but then sometimes I'm like, I just because the arrows don't. I think the problem is that the arrows don't make sense to me. Like if you're in the middle of an aisle and you're looking for what cereal you might want to buy, and you're standing there for 15 minutes choosing a cereal, does the people going the right way with the arrows, do they have to like not pass you? And if they're allowed to pass you, what's the difference with arrows? So the arrow thing doesn't really make sense to me, but I try to because apparently it's important to some people. But mask wearing is a little important to a lot of people, so put your freaking masks on, people.
I don't get the.
Yeah, King Cullen is expensive everywhere. Okay, I just thought it was mine. But, you know, they do have really the best stuff.
Oh, that's true. King Collins are closing anyway. Stop and shops are taking them over.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, David Fry. Hello, Kula Savarek is watching. Hello, Kula?
I didn't
almost
have
said koala.
Because I didn't have a hard enough time saying her real last name.
Don Sill's watching too.
Oh, hey Don. Also with Stop and Shop, like if you use a Stop Shop card, then if you go to a Shell station, you get a big discount on gas. So I really like Stop and Shop.
Well, then no wonder that woman was pissed off.
Yeah, she was in King Cullen. She gets no gas break, and she
I get a gas break all the time.
You're a gassy guy. I'll give you that.
I wonder if that was Kula Savarek in King Cullen.
No, the person would have been murdered.
Well, she did threaten. Yeah, I'll beat
Although
the shit out of you.
The guy in the pink shorts did have the look on his face that like Eric Hack always has when she's yelling.
Yeah, he just takes a few steps back and he's
He's like.
That was funny, man. That's why you work in a supermarket. You're fat.
So mean-spirited. Like, I wonder how the employee asked. I mean, as like a worker, you should be told how to talk to customers. So I hope she.
Well, yeah, that's true. The video doesn't show how it started.
But maybe she just said, "Hey, can you put your mask on?" You know, maybe it was like really
Just
nice.
like that with the little.
Yeah, like, come on. put your mask on, but like, and maybe the woman was just ready for a fight. Because sometimes with this mask stuff, people are just like ready for fights.
Well, Felix says that was his first wife.
Did he? Did he say that?
My first wife actually works in a Stop and Shop, and she's not fat. But maybe that. Imagine our first, me and Felix, our first wives were fighting. Felix would probably get turned on by that. Chris Thomas.
Andy said, I messed up on the arrows. I actually backed into an aisle so I wouldn't have to walk all the way down. Yeah, you know what? I actually do that too. I have, one of my kids is like a big rule follower, which is, you don't realize how little you follow rules in life until you have a child who's a big rule follower. And like you find yourself like saying to your really great child, you know, in your head, you're like, will you stop being such a pussy and do it? You know, and he, but he, like, if he gets like, you should do this, he'll do that. So like, I had him in King Cullen, and I was like, no, it's fine. And I was just kidding around, and I'm grabbing his arm, and I'm like moonwalking back, and he's like, no. But yeah, I walk back in aisles all the time.
I was in Stop and Shop. This is just this past Saturday, and I was in the frozen aisle, and I grabbed some stuff, and then I realized that there was some stuff I forgot to grab that were earlier in the aisle.
And you just mosey on down.
Well, that was the thing. Now there was one person, one shopper in the aisle, and then there was an employee stocking a shelf in the frozen aisle, and the employee was like kind of looking. It was just one of those.
The employees follow these arrows? There's no way.
It was just one of those moments where they're kind of looking your direction, so you don't know if they're looking at you or not. So you're like, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I actually left my cart where it was because it was facing the right way, and I actually just kind of went sideways down the aisle. And I grabbed my stuff, but there was such a relief once I grabbed it, because now to go back to the cart, I'm following the arrow. So I'm like, now I'm not breaking a rule, and I was all proud of myself and happy again.
Right.
And now I wanted them to see me.
Yeah.
I wanted them to see me following the rules.
Following the rules.
So
yeah,
it's weird. I don't understand the arrows. I don't know how that, just because you're going in an aisle one way, how does that cure or stop the spread? I don't know. So Chris Thomas says, that woman is an awful person and threatens assault. Her name should be shared, and she should be charged with harassment. How dare you criticize someone working? That supermarket employee easily could sit home collecting unemployment, but is not. Share her name, that bitch. Wow, Chris Thomas. Also worth mentioning, says Chris.
Chris has like a lot of pent up anger since that lady used to throw poo in her yard every day.
Also worth mentioning, she says, the Recorders cheese doodles and healthy cold cuts combo.
I don't know what that means.
Was that in the shopping cart of the person recording?
That's great.
I think if the employee asked her in a messed up way, the lady would have totally brought that up in the rant. Yeah, I agree. So my guess is the employee was nice about it.
Asked nice, and the woman was just looking for a fight about this.
And I agree with Chris Thomas. You could be brought up on charges for threatening, but I don't know. It seemed to me like the woman was just a moron. I found it funny. If she said that to me like that, if she called me fat and threatened to beat the shit out of me like that, I think I would have laughed right in her face. Yeah. I just thought that was the funniest thing, and I've done that. I've been in confrontations where I just laugh. I just start laughing because it's so funny to me what comes out of people's mouths. Brian Festa, hello Brian. He wants to know what happened to the studio. The studio is undergoing renovations, so we have absolutely no technology in here. No cameras, no microphones, no telephones, nothing.
We're on an iPad and a...
Yeah, we're working off an iPad, like most of the shows have been doing during the quarantine, working. They've been doing their shows from their remote locations using iPads and phones and using Zoom and all that stuff. Sallie and I were still the only ones coming in here. Because of the quarantine, we were the only ones using the technology. But we just figured, we were talking for a long time of redoing the room, and we figured, now's a good time to get it done because nobody's in here anyway. Sallie and I keep coming in to do the show here because, I don't know, we're just comfortable here, and the internet sucks at our house.
The first day, that we were going to do it at my house, but the internet cut out, so we don't want that.
Andy Plajanos had a moment in ShopRite where he realized that the arrows are just another thing to be pissed off at other people for, like not bagging your own stuff or blocking a whole aisle. Yeah. Kula Savarik just got a job at Stop and Shop. Does that mean she's fat?
No, it
Jeff
does
Bosey
not.
says yes.
No, Jeff, it does not.
Kula, I hope you smack Jeff Bosey right across the face.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes.
Jeff Bosey, you stop that. Kula Savarik, she's got hotness, man. Leave her alone. Jeff. Jeff and Rich Raider tonight. No Rhyme, No Reason at 6:30 here on govsradio.com. Oh, and today.
With Will Sharon as a guest.
What did I say?
You didn't say anything, so I just added it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did say it. And speaking of shows today on govsradio.com, it is the last Ageless Adventures today. Today at 1:30, Jen and Marla's Ageless Adventures. Today is the last one, which we're very sad about. We love that show, and we love Jen and Marla. Jen has some opportunities. She's moving on to do some other things. So we wish her all the best, and she's got an open invite here anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Marla Schultz, great comedian. She is sticking around. She's staying at Govs Radio, so probably sometime in September she'll be premiering her new show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's gone public with any information yet, so I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
Right? She hasn't, right?
No, so like,
Okay.
yeah, just let her.
But she is
chill
coming
out
back.
for a
She
little while.
she is sticking around, so we're excited about that.
Yes, the Dairy Mart is open.
Still,
Felix.
yeah,
and
but
they're crazy over there. They're really because they do like mostly drive-through, but they're very busy.
well, right. Only the drive-through is open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's okay, you know.
right. You
They're
can't
just
walk
as
in.
Busy. Yeah.
Taz is watching.
Cass, we just did the math problem.
Sallie was just asking everybody about the math.
Yeah. So Taz, just to catch you up, I don't know if you know this, but Andy, who's brilliant, said
Andy Plajanos.
yeah.
Not friendly.
He was saying that it's both 1 and 16. That the question is just a improperly written question. That if it was like real, like you wouldn't see that on the test. It's too ambiguous. So the answer for this particular question is both 16 and 1. Anyway.
Andy Plajanos is like, I wonder if Good Will Hunting was made about him. And like Billy Guyer is Ben Affleck.
That's very funny.
Billy Guyer in the Office. Retainer. That should be your next skit, guys. On
Yeah.
Put Up, Shut Up.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good skit.
So the big news. It's what do we got? So it's a little after 11:30. It is Tuesday trivia, which we'll get to in a minute. What was that?
No, I'm trying to see. You actually see a clock? You were looking at the time? Or are you just doing math?
I'm doing math.
Nice, baby. So that's good.
Only Sallie would get turned on by the fact I'm doing math. What was it this morning? She's reading. She's looking at her phone. She's reading something. It's like, oh, what are you doing? And what was it you were reading?
I forget, like some science thing. I forget.
All right. Well, so much for that story.
Oh, no, maybe I was doing the algebra. Did I say I'm doing algebra?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. But because I was doing that, yeah. No, I was reading about the meteorites. Is that what it was?
Yes, I think that's what it was.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, she was. Oh, I'm just reading about meteorites. It's 9:00 in the morning, nice sunny day, and people are looking at Facebook. People are playing games, and checking out their scores. Because hockey's back, baseball's back. Reading about meteors.
It doesn't sound nerdy until I actually say it out loud. And then it's
Right.
like it makes sense to me, and then like as soon as it comes out of my mouth, I'm like a little nerdy.
So the big news today, I don't know if you guys heard, I'm sure you have, Vladimir Putin, leader of Russia, he says Russia has started a vaccine on people. In fact, his daughter has already received the vaccine.
Okay.
This is of course, for COVID.
Is he like, sorry, like to be, naive, is he like China? We kind of like worry what they lie about, or is he?
I don't think so.
Does he tell the truth?
I don't think.
It's not like the guy from Canada that I'm like, oh, thank goodness, that
Yeah.
I just,
What's his name? Trudeau.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him.
Or, the Chancellor of Germany or something that, like, when they say something, you're like, oh, thank goodness, there's a leader. So I don't know. Does he lie?
I think our relationship with him is good. I think.
No, it can't be.
With Putin?
No,
I thought it was.
I don't think it is good. I don't think anyone has a good relationship with him. I don't think he's a particularly nice person. I think there's trouble with him.
Well, when I say good, I just mean we're on good terms with him. I'm not saying we're buddies. I don't think they.
No, I think he had problems with like all the the election last time. Like.
Well, all right, yeah, there was some kind of connection with Trump and Putin with the election. You're
when
right.
I watch old episodes of the X-Files, Russia's a problem.
So anyway, he said his daughter received the vaccine. I don't know.
I don't believe that. Like, I believe that
do you think he's totally making it up? Really?
I believe he probably has a vaccine, but I don't know that he would put his daughter. I don't even believe he has a daughter. Like I think I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
You don't believe Putin even exists, do you?
Well, tell me if like you.
He's a
guys
cardboard
all,
cutout from a mech game.
If he's okay, maybe I just I'm getting him wrong.
Well,
Maybe I'm reading him wrong.
Well, here's my question though. Let's say tomorrow.
Let's say it's true. Let's just say it's true.
All right, let's say it's true.
Okay.
A month from now, President Trump comes out and says Russia made X amount of vaccine because it's working on their people. They sold us a bunch of it. We're going to start distributing it. How fast would you guys go out there to receive it? Like, would you sit back, being that it's new and it's early, would you sit back to see how it's going? Or would you jump out there to
Why? You
get
think
some?
people are like anti-vaxxers or gonna have a problem? Like, you wouldn't have a problem with it, right? Wouldn't you just go get one?
No, I'm actually the other side. I would not. I would sit back and wait. Well, I would sit back and wait solely because the places are going to be mobbed.
And you hate people. He does. Like, if we have to like go shopping, he's like.
I don't mind it.
You hate crowds.
I hate crowds.
You hate traffic. You hate crowds.
I don't
I'm
hate
just
traffic.
Like, who cares? You don't hate traffic.
I hate stupid.
You'll leave like 10 hours early. Oh, there's gonna be traffic.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. Of course, I like to beat the traffic, but if we're stuck in traffic, I'm like. I mean, unless we're late for an important thing.
Which you never are, because you are someone who's a little bit early everywhere.
I mean, if like you go to a concert, you go to a Met game, or if you're cutting through New York City to go somewhere, you anticipate traffic. So yes, I do like to leave early, because there's going to be traffic. So it doesn't kill me.
Or late. Like one of the things that like
I hate being late.
You hate being late. Like this is one thing, and you guys would appreciate this, because you know how like when the show's over, I'm like, let's go. Like I can't stand sitting around someplace when I could be somewhere else, like. But so like when he goes to concerts or ball games or something or a movie, like most people would be like, oh, even with a movie you'll see the credits. I get that, or like the end of a ball game, he'll like sit for like a good half an hour, 45 minutes, because he doesn't want to be in traffic.
What is the point?
I never thought of that.
What's the point of like being, bumper to bumper with somebody as you're walking out of the stadium, and it takes you a half hour just to get to your car?
I totally get it.
And then you sit in your car and you're bumper to bumper again, and it takes another hour to get out of the stadium. Just to get out of the stadium, then you're sitting in traffic on the highway. Just sit in your seat, man. Just sit in your seat, relax, talk.
I just never would have thought of that. Like like the first probably handful of times that we ever went anywhere together, I'm like just standing, being like in my head, like why isn't it getting up?
And I gotta be honest.
And it makes sense. I just never thought of doing that
I gotta be honest
in my
too.
life.
I don't like crowds. I have low tolerance and patience with people, but at the same time, I'm very interested in people. Like I do, like at a ball game and concerts, I do find it interesting when it's over to watch people as they're walking. I particularly like watching the field or the stage. I like watching the breakdown.
Yeah.
I like seeing, you got to take that down. Oh, look at that guy, he does that. Oh, this guy's moving this. I didn't know they did that. And I just think about people with jobs and how it's cool that they have a job, and it's, you know how
Yeah.
I like the whole process.
Yeah.
So I get a kick out of watching. It sure beats, you know, staring at someone's ass for on the back of their
Yeah,
head for an hour as you're walking to your
I
car.
completely agree, and I'm completely fine with it. I just, before knowing you and this, it would never occur to me to do that. I'd be like one of those people trying to rush out, so it's a good thing.
So one thing about hanging out with Sallie is that you can start a topic, and then who knows where the hell you'll end up. So, would you guys go get the COVID? Would you get the vaccine as soon as it was available?
Yeah, why not?
You would. Yeah,
If it's tested, if Fauci said this is,
if Fauci said.
if he said this is the thing, I've tested it, my people have tested it, because I have a lot of faith in that guy. I would. If, you know, if it was just thrown out there on the market, I don't know that I would.
Oh, you know, that's one thing we never did. You guys ever see that? I don't know if you can find it or not. Do you guys see that picture of Fauci? One was,
Wow.
and who was it? The guy that had
The
his.
last guy that had his job.
What was it? The Spanish flu? No, not the last guy to have his job. It was
The last guy that went through the same thing as him.
right. The last time we had like a big pandemic like this, which I believe was the Spanish flu. And what's Fauci's title? Director of medicine? I don't know, whatever his title is. The guy that had his title during the Spanish flu, they looked like they were separated at birth
Or reincarnated.
or reincarnated.
Yeah.
So you would wait on Fauci's word. If this vaccine comes out for maybe 2 weeks and you haven't heard anything from Fauci, you would go get it or you would wait?
I would probably, if it just came from Russia, I don't know.
All right. Let's see. Let's read some comments. We had comments coming in and we weren't. Oh, that's right. All right. So we said hi to Taz. Last Ageless Adventure, says Andy Plajanos. Are they finishing breaking down that show? I have never seen. What is the enormous jug you're chugging, says Charles Goonan. Hello, Charles Goonan. This is a fire hydrant. This is
Yeah.
water.
This is what happens when Tony orders things on Amazon. Yeah.
So it's a big term.
He
So
doesn't
what?
look at, like, he doesn't, yeah, like when
Look at that. It's like 3 feet.
Yeah.
So what? If I'm going, if
You
I'm,
were shocked when you got that
I
in
was.
the mail.
I
You were
was.
like,
but if I'm going somewhere, like if I'm spending the day out, if I'm spending half a day outdoors in the summertime, this thing is done. This thing is empty.
you
just like my
do
head.
drink a lot of water.
I do. What happened to Eric, says Kula. Well, like we said, the studio's been shut down. The whole building, Kula, as you know, the whole building's been shut down. So Sallie and I, since we infect each other anyway, like we did this morning, we figured we can still come in and do the show here. So we're the only two that have been doing the show in the studio since the end of March. Eric decided to take a back seat anyway. He decided to move on to other things. As far as running the station and doing the show with us. So he's only doing Wednesdays with Danielle Asher now, and they call it Ashland. Sallie and I take Wednesdays off from the air. We're still pretty much working here on Wednesdays, but we take the day to catch up on behind the scenes stuff. Eric and Danielle Asher on Wednesday, so you can catch them tomorrow. I don't know about the Dairy Mart, but it's 24/7, 365 for Linda's Respite Dairy Bunker, located West Palm Beach, Florida, with a second location opening soon in Wappinger Falls, says Ken Pichelle. Ken Pichelle's getting paid by somebody.
Yeah, no kidding. So just to like what Tony brought up, the guy from like 1918 who had the same job as Fauci, and they actually fired him because he was saying how he doesn't understand this flu yet, but he would cancel balls and not
What?
genitals, like dances
Oh.
and stuff, because the war was ending and people wanted to like celebrate, and he's like, could you people just not do that? And he made a big deal about him, and they fired him.
And then Fauci comes in and he can't throw a ball.
Yeah, so this is what the guy looked like. Isn't this crazy? Isn't
It's
that
so
crazy? Like Tony thought I was kidding when I like.
What's
showed
his
it to him.
what was his name?
the epidemiologist, Thomas. Sorry, to open it back up. I had it on pictures.
So Brian Festa says he's going through withdrawals. He was looking forward to calling in. Sorry, Brian. And our show is only an hour during the quarantine. We're going to go back to doing 2 hours once we can get guests in here. Once we get back to things. Oh, totally. And speaking of ad man Ken Pichelle, don't forget we mentioned Two Eagles Auto Body before, and of course, don't forget Bella Vista Pizza in Plainview, best pizza around.
It is.
They've been our sponsor almost from day one here, and we used to have, when we have technology in here, we have their banner floating across on the bottom.
Instead of, we don't poop anymore.
Bella Vista Pizza in Plainview. Let's see. These questions are always on the test where I'm immediately multiplying. Oh, yeah. Taz is still back to the math problem. Billy is Ben Affleck has me dying, says Andy Plajanos. Did you get your thermos from Herman Munster? Yes, I did. Because I want it. Is that what he said? No, he said, I don't want it.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
It's just funny because when you're picking a thermos, the first thing you think of is like, do you want a 20 ounce? Do you want a whatever? Like, you just was like, that. The hydrant.
What is this thing, Taz?
Charles Goonan? I don't know.
I don't know what that is. That's a guy riding a cracker.
A Ritz cracker.
Putin is a former KGB agent and has changed the laws so he could stay in power for much longer. Seems legit.
Well, he does. Doesn't he, like, kill people that argue with him?
Hello, Tina Canditon.
I don't feel like I'm being hard on the guy.
Oh, hell no. You can keep that shit, says Brian Festa. He's talking about the vaccination, I'm assuming. I wouldn't trust anything that comes from the Russian government at this point, right? Ken Pichelle met Ivan Koloff in a Walmart in North Carolina. Nikolai Volkov and Putin weren't there, but I can't say I've ever seen them in the same place at the same time. He was in a Walmart? How was Nikolai in a Walmart? No way I would wait for round 2. Let someone else be the guinea pig with round 1 and watch them grow a second head out of their left shoulder.
Are you doing trivia? Or are you going to do it Thursday? You're waiting.
No, I'll do it now.
Okay.
We still have
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
8 minutes.
Where do you get 8 minutes from?
I don't know. What time is it? 12 minutes.
Till 12. We usually go to like 12:05 or something, God
But
forbid.
why?
Because we have trivia, that's why. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hold in my hand this week's Tuesday trivia. Like we said, we don't have the phones, so we'll be relying on your comments, as Ken Pichelle just sent the comments with all the ads. Please read the ads for a second. But feel free to comment in the ads with your answers. Sallie here will be answering the questions. Oh, man, I hate she pulls her shirt up. I will read all the questions, then we'll go back and look at your answers and give you the real answers. All right? Some of them are multiple choice. Some of them. I do feel some of these questions are hard this week. I'll tell you that right now. But let's see. All right.
As hard as you're actually getting to it.
Question number 1. What was the very first cartoon shown in prime time? Now, hang on. The Flintstones
That's what
was
I
a
was
prime
gonna say.
time was a cartoon series. This is a special. This was like a one special.
Kind of like Christmas special or something like that.
Something like that, yes.
Like Winnie the Pooh or something like that.
Correct.
Snow White.
The first cartoon special shown in prime time.
First animated special.
Mm-hmm.
I think Snow White was the first one made, so I'm gonna go with that.
You're going with Snow White.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Ken Pichelle.
Or Bambi. Bambi. Snow White was made before Bambi.
So what's your final answer?
I'm gonna go with no bite.
Second question. What is the number one export from the USA to China? What is the What is the number one?
Women trafficking.
Women
I don't know.
trafficking.
Sorry, the Epstein thing is getting to me.
You make a lot of faces when you're thinking.
Corn.
Corn. They like their corn in China. All right. Next question is multiple choice. You're welcome.
Maybe it's cars.
Maybe it's cars. What's your final answer? Corn or cars or something else?
Cars. Corn. Okay, go.
How old was the youngest pope? Was it 11? Was it 18? Was it 22? 11, 18, 22. How old was the youngest pope?
22.
No, I don't know his name. 22?
Yeah.
All right.
Because they're always elected. Like it's not like a king dies and the infant prince is king. They're always, that whole process of the smoke coming out of the. I don't think they'd go with an 18-year-old. I'm gonna go with 22.
All right. Next question. What is hotter, a lightning bolt or the sun's surface? What is hotter, a lightning bolt or the sun's surface?
Sun's surface.
Sun's surface, says Sally. Sun's surface, says Sally, by the seashore shit son of a zit. I went from S to Z. Next question. Another multiple choice question.
Oh, thank God.
Koala bears.
Oh,
Koala bears sleep on the average how many hours in a day? Is it 22? Is it 20? Is it 4?
20.
Sally says 20. Another animal question coming at you. A female rabbit can give birth to how many babies in a year? Is it 52? Is it 183? Is it 302?
What were the choices again?
52, 83, or 300. Excuse me. 52, 183, or 302. I feel like we lost the air conditioning.
52, 183.
52, 183, or 302.
52.
All right. Right? Does it feel like the air conditioner stopped? Now that she stopped her fingering and blowing with her saxophone, she's fingering and blowing me. Oh, I think it came back on. I think. What is the most popular? Oh, sorry. What is the most stolen food in the world? What food gets stolen the most in the world? Is it cheese? Is it butter? Is it steak? What food in the whole world gets stolen the most? Cheese, butter, or steak? Right, these are some hard questions this week, right?
Yeah.
But they're interesting questions.
Steak isn't that big of a deal if you're not in America. But
No, it's not butts. That goes back to steak, actually.
I feel like cheese isn't either. Butter.
You'd have to really cut the cheese if you're going to steal it.
You could. What's the point of butter? I hate to go to jail for butter.
What's the
You need
point
butter
of
in
butter?
jail.
Your Honor, can I take the butter I stole with me to my jail cell? It would make things a lot
Please
easier.
use this and be kind. With my behind. still gonna go with steak.
All right. Another multiple choice. What can actually help relieve physical pain? Is it swearing? Is it pooping? Or is it eating a banana?
Eating a banana.
All right.
Because you're like it's helps with like acidity.
All right, this next question, give me a minute. Let me try and get this out. I screwed up already. The typical retail price for an average bottle of luxury brand perfume runs anywhere from $100 to $150, right?
I guess.
Okay.
Really?
How much do the ingredients cost? How much do the ingredients cost? Is it around $50?
Like separately, like if you shopped at IKEA and put it together? That's what you mean?
Yeah, a total.
Okay, all right.
A total.
Okay.
Is it around $50? Basically, how much does it take? How much does it take to make it?
Okay.
Is it around $50? Is it around $65? Is it around $20? Or is it around $1.50?
$1.50.
Oh, look at you! You jumped right on that. The typical retail price for an average bottle of luxury brand perfume is anywhere from $100 to $150. How much does it cost total to get all the ingredients to make said perfume? Is it around 50? Is it around 65? Is it around 20? Is it around 100? Is it around $1.50? Sallie said $1.50.
Because they're probably buying all the ingredients in bulk, and so just a small, like a bottle of wine, bottle of perfume is like this big, so $1. Yeah, I'd say $1.
We have 2 more questions left, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more questions. French kissing involves how many face muscles? 4, 11, or all 34 muscles in the face? In the face! What was that, Coming to America? In the face! There are 34 face muscles. Does it take all 34? Does it take 11? Does it take 4? We're talking about French kissing. Do you all know what French kissing is? Should we demonstrate?
Yeah, and well, here's the question though. Like, is it one of those things like, do you have to use a certain muscle? Like, you can use like practically no muscles in your face if you want to do a crap job. But if you're, a little enthusiastic, I would say that your whole face could be used.
So you're talking
Or
about just a little.
11.
You're talking about just a little.
Yeah.
Or you're talking.
But like, who wants that? Yeah, but could you? Kind of like those questions, like, do you, like, the questions that are, can you keep your eyes open when you sneeze? Like, can you?
No, that was an old trivia question.
Can you make out without using?
Can you make out with your eyes open?
Any facial muscles?
Any?
Can you?
Facial. There, you're going somewhere else with that.
So I'm gonna go with
4, 11, or all 34.
the least amount you could use is 4. But who wants to make out with that? Really, people. Either
Really, people.
really,
Really, people.
really put some effort in.
Last question, ladies and gentlemen. 1 out of every 10 babies born in Europe are conceived where? In the home, on an IKEA bed, or in a movie theater? 1 of every 10 babies born in Europe are conceived where? In the home, on an IKEA bed, or in the movie theater?
I'm gonna go with the IKEA bed because when you're young and fertile, you're poor, so you have to buy IKEA beds. And I think you'd still get arrested for banging in a movie theater.
But not an IKEA bed? That's legal?
Oh, like in the IKEA store, they're saying, or one that you bought?
No,
In
not
the store?
In the store. One on display.
Oh. Let me think. That's a good question. The home is one of the answers, though?
The home is one of the choices, yes.
But, but what it really is saying is like 9 out of 10 babies are born in the home or conceived in the home, and the other one is either the movie theater or IKEA. I'm gonna go with IKEA. For different reasons now.
We should just have Sallie give the answers and not an explanation.
Not because they're poor, but because they're getting it on in IKEA. Yeah. Okay. IKEA. I'm doing IKEA.
All right. There you go. Those are our trivia questions for Tuesday Trivia.
All right.
You're going to scroll back and see what...
Quit telling me what to do. Go.
What was the very first cartoon special shown on primetime TV? I guarantee nobody got this. I
Yeah, I
guarantee
named
it.
like 3 of them, so obviously there were none of those.
Well, the ones you named were not primetime specials. You went with cartoons that came out in the movies. And I did not clarify that to you. I did not correct you.
Dick.
Snow White and Bambi and whatever else you mentioned, those
All right,
were
what do you
all
got?
theater. All right. The special starred Ringo Starr. It starred Dustin Hoffman
Is this one of those stupid Beatle
with
movies?
music by Harry Nilsson.
Oh, that sounds good.
Harry Nilsson actually wrote the cartoon as well. It was called The Point. Nobody got that, right?
No one got that.
Dustin Hoffman, Ringo Starr, Harry Nilsson, The Point. First aired February 2nd, 1971. It was an ABC movie of the week. So what I meant to do after that, which I haven't done yet, but I'm still curious, I'm curious when the first Peanuts special came out then.
Yeah, like I was saying, Winnie the Pooh.
Because I mean, I grew up with, as most of you did, probably, with growing up with the Charlie Brown, the Peanuts specials at all the holidays.
And what came out first, the Peanuts or the all the Christmas specials with the Winter Warlock and?
I don't know. Oh, but are those considered animation? Well, it's a different
Yeah.
type. They're not cartoons. I said first cartoon, I said.
So which is?
That's a different type of animation.
Yeah, but which came out first? Which animation came out first?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm just telling you what I read.
All right. What do you got
Maybe it's
for
wrong.
exports?
What were some of the answers? What were some of the guesses on that? I have a feeling I'm going to be challenged on that answer too.
Steamboat Willie from Ken Pichel.
What the hell is that?
And Crusader Rabbit from Brian Festa.
What the hell is that?
Maybe Rudolph from Andy.
That's a good guess. Are there lights flickering in here? Look at my shirt. On there. I'm electric. I'm about to explode. That is weird, isn't it? It's just my shirt doing that. Not the rest of us.
That's really weird.
Okay, next question. What is the #1 export from U.S. to China? What are some of the guesses?
Wheat, beans, soy,
You said what? Corn?
aircraft.
That's it?
Yeah.
The answer is trash.
Really? We sent our garbage there?
Yes. How old was the youngest pope? Was it 11? Was it 18? Was it 22?
Andy said 11.
Yeah. You said 22. Nobody else?
Ken Pichel said the youngest pope was only a few seconds old at some point very soon after his birth. They can't be unless they change the rules on how they become a pope.
A few seconds after his birth. Ken, you got to.
Is he saying like Jesus? Is Jesus considered the first pope? I don't know.
I've never
Yeah.
heard that before. Maybe. That would make sense.
Well, and Andy goes back to Charlie Brown Christmas was 1965.
Oh, really? All right, I'll have to look that up, and we'll discuss this on Thursday.
And Ken Friedberg said the Flintstones and the Jetsons must have had a special on ABC, but maybe that was later on. Maybe that was after.
Yeah, that's probably later, yeah.
All right, so what's the Pope answer?
The Pope answer is 11.
Wow, that's crazy. I get 11. Like, sorry, but for those of us who have lived with 11-year-olds, you can't even get her to brush their teeth. Anyway.
All right.
What else?
What is hotter, What is hotter, a lightning bolt or the sun's surface? What were the answers there? We would have been out of here by 12 if Sally was able to keep up with the answers.
I don't see any answers.
Oh, nobody answered that one? All right, maybe they didn't. Maybe nobody cared. You said the sun's surface.
Am I wrong?
You are wrong.
I seem to be getting a lot of planet questions wrong.
Lightning bolt is 6 times hotter than the sun's surface.
Wow.
Yet people survive getting hit by lightning. That's crazy.
That's why Thor is so powerful.
No, if he lived on the sun, he wouldn't be. Koala bears sleep on the average how many hours a day? 22, 20, or 4?
Ken Michelle said 20. Taz said 22.
Oh, wait a minute, go back. See, Taz answered sun surface. Brian Fester said lightning bolt. Andy Plagano said sun surface. Ken Pichelle said sun. The hell you doing over there, Sally?
Look, mine only goes back to here. It stopped for some reason.
The hell?
I don't know. That's why I took over your phone.
What were some of the guesses on that? On the koala?
20 and 22.
Who said 22?
Ken said 20. Taz said 22.
Taz would be correct.
Nice, Taz.
Koala bears sleep 22 hours a day. How nice is that? We do too. We just come on the air for 2 hours, and we go to bed.
Andy said 20. Brian said 22. Elizabeth Batapede said 20. Okay, now we're on to the rabbit question.
The rabbit question. A female rabbit can give birth to how many babies a year? Is it 52, is it 183, or is it 302? And what were some of the answers?
Ken said 302. Taz said 183. Brian said 302. Andy said 183. Ken Friedberg said 183. Elizabeth said 183.
And you said 52.
It's probably 183, but that's a lot.
Congratulations to everybody who said 183. That's a lot of babies. I hope, for the rabbit's sake, it's 183 sexual intercourses. I mean, you know, that's a lot of babies. So I wonder how many times she actually has the sex. Like, if you have the sex 5 times and then you give birth to 180, that's not worth
I mean,
it.
I don't know what their litter is. Probably like 10. That's why I was saying, under 100. Because I was thinking the gestation period is, a month probably. So that's 12 times 10. But maybe they're like cats. Like, cats can get pregnant while they're pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Cats are so weird.
Yeah, and cats also have the ability to have, like, in the same litter, kittens from, like, 2 different guys. Like, a lot of stuff going on in that cat world. Spay and neuter, people. Spay and neuter.
What is the most stolen food in the world? Is it cheese, is it butter, is it steak?
Taz said, not tofu. That's great.
Cheese, butter, or steak? What is the most stolen food in the world?
Ken Michelle cheese, Ken Friedberg steak, Brian Festa cheese, Taz butter, Andy cheese, Taz. That's it, and that's it.
When you said Brian Festa cheese, it was, sounded like one word.
Yeah.
Festa cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a type of cheese? Festa cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Should be. Cheese is the answer.
Okay.
Cheese is the most stolen food in the world. In my world, steak. I steal steak. What can actually help relieve physical pain? Swearing, pooping, eating a banana.
Ken Michelle said banana. Andy said swearing. Taz said pooping. Brian said pooping.
You said banana.
Yeah.
Banana, it's swearing. It's scientifically proven swearing helps relieve physical pain. So that's why I'm always cursing at your house. Because I'm in pain.
You are at pain.
Okay. The typical retail price for an average bottle of luxury brand perfume is anywhere from $100 to $150, or probably higher. How much do the ingredients cost, give or take? Is it around $50? Is it around $65? Is it around $20? Is it around $1.50? Sallie said $1.50.
So did Andy, Brian, and Ken said 20.
$1.50.
Yeah, because everyone's getting. You always like the celebrities get into it. Like, oh wow, you can make a really, markup and make a lot of money
Especially if you're Gwyneth Paltrow.
with her.
Yeah, that doesn't cost $1.50. So she has no overhead on that.
Her what was it? Her vagina candle.
Yeah, something like that. All right, 2 questions left. French kissing involves how many face muscles? Is it 4? Is it 11? Or is it all 34 muscles in the face? You don't want to try it out and feel and see how many muscles you're using?
You licked my breath.
Yes, I did. I was going to do your glasses. I'm like, she'll need windshield wipers.
Yep.
All right, what do you got?
Brian Festus 34.
Yep. That's it?
Ken said, French kissing, the questionable questions are so middle school clean this week. So
You're
I'm
welcome.
very happy. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, so he didn't even give an answer. He just pointed out they're a little on the cleaner side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ken said 11, but all 34 is epic.
The answer is all 34 face muscles.
Really?
Mhm.
So if you're if you're paralyzed, but you can actually still move your tongue, you can't
So then you're not
make
paralyzed.
out?
What does that even mean?
I don't know. I
So
could
the
just,
rest of you is paralyzed except your tongue, so your tongue would just be...
like if I'm moving my tongue around, I really don't feel like I'm using the muscle up here.
Well, you'd be wrong about that.
Okay.
Out of every 10 babies born in Europe, where are they conceived? In the home, on an IKEA bed, or in a movie theater?
Andy said in the butt. Ken Pichel said IKEA. Andy then switched to movie theater. Brian said movie theater. Ken Friedberg said IKEA. Tess said movie theater.
And you said
IKEA.
it's IKEA. It's IKEA.
Is that the answer?
Yes.
Okay. Are you done criticizing me to
Yes.
get the answer?
No, I'm never done with
I'm
that.
gonna just keep track of everything you fuck up, and then I'm just gonna read them when you open up your.
Well, when
pile.
we do a show like this, you need proper diction.
you need diction in your butthole.
Goodness. Wow.
Um,
The proper answer, the correct answer is an IKEA bed that's in the store on display. I don't know how they, that's gotta be, how do you do that? Well, I know how you do that.
Maybe
but
it's like late at night and they don't realize, like just before the store ends or something. They don't think cameras
just
are
before the
around.
store ends.
Closes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 hours soon.
Oh, yeah, when the studio opens and we get our guests again, absolutely. There you go. That's our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed it. Ashland is on tomorrow with Danielle and Eric. Today is Tuesday, so we have Ageless Adventures with Jen and Marla at 1:30 this afternoon. It is their last show, so join them and wish all the best to Jen. Marla comes back in September. No Rhyme, No Reason. Jeff Bosey, Rich Rada, tonight at 6:30 p.m. Domestic Disturbance with Carla Okeson, Mike Keegan, and Tim Saliani tonight at 9, or is it 9:30?
9:15.
9:15.
And Will Sharon's on Rich Rada and Bosie's show, so that's cool.
Yeah, that'll be great. So enjoy those. And then tomorrow, Ashland at 11, Three's Company at 7:30. Punk Rap at 9. Everybody have a great day. Have a great Wednesday tomorrow. Sallie and I will see you again on Thursday at 11 a.m. Everybody take care.